Module 4 Parenthood. Parenthood is a profound journey filled with both challenges and rewards, and it plays a pivotal role in family-centered early education. The concept of family-centered early education recognizes that parents are a child's first and most important teachers. It places a strong emphasis on involving parents in their child's learning and development, and it acknowledges that the family unit is the primary context in which children grow and learn. Parenthood is a transformative experience that reshapes one's priorities and perspectives. It fosters a deep sense of responsibility and love for a child, prompting parents to seek the best opportunities for their offspring. In the context of family-centered early education, this parental dedication becomes a driving force for a child's educational journey. When parents actively engage in their child's learning, they create a nurturing environment that supports cognitive, emotional, and social development. Family-centered early education recognizes that parents bring unique knowledge, values, and cultural backgrounds to their child's education. This diversity enriches the learning experience and helps children develop a broader worldview. Moreover, when parents actively participate in their child's education, they establish strong bonds and open lines of communication. This not only strengthens the parent-child relationship but also empowers parents to be advocates for their child's educational needs. Parenthood, with its innate instinct to protect and nurture, aligns perfectly with the goals of family-centered early education. It encourages parents to become partners in their child's learning journey, fostering a sense of teamwork between educators and families. As parents embrace their role in education, they create a supportive foundation for their children's lifelong love of learning. Ecological systems theory. Understanding human development in context. Ecological systems theory, developed by renowned psychologist Urie Bronfenbrenner in the late 20th century, has emerged as a seminal framework for comprehending human development within the context of various interconnected systems. This theory posits that individuals do not exist in isolation but are influenced by the environments in which they live and interact. It emphasizes the significance of examining human development through a multifaceted lens, taking into account the intricate web of relationships and environments that shape our lives. At the core of Bronfenbrenner's theory are the nested systems, with the individual at the center and four distinct layers of influence radiating outward: the microsystem, mesosystem, exosystem, and macrosystem. The microsystem encompasses the immediate, direct interactions and relationships of an individual, such as family, school, and peer groups. The mesosystem explores the connections between these microsystems, highlighting the dynamic interplay between various domains of an individual's life. The exosystem delves into indirect external forces, like a parent's workplace or community organizations, which can impact a person's development. Lastly, the macrosystem represents the overarching cultural, societal, and historical contexts that influence everyone. One of the strengths of ecological systems theory is its comprehensive approach to understanding human development. By recognizing the multifaceted nature of influence, it emphasizes the importance of considering multiple factors when studying individuals and their growth. Furthermore, it highlights the bidirectional nature of these influences, emphasizing that individuals also shape the systems in which they participate. Language interactions and infant brain development. Language is a fundamental aspect of human communication and plays a pivotal role in shaping the development of infants' brains. From the moment a baby is born, they begin to absorb linguistic input from their environment, and this process continues to have a profound impact on their cognitive, emotional, and social development. Language interactions expose infants to a rich tapestry of sounds, words, and sentences. This auditory stimulation helps infants develop cognitive skills such as memory, attention, and problem-solving abilities. Hearing and processing language promotes the growth of neural connections in the brain, laying the foundation for future learning. Language interactions also play a crucial role in fostering social and emotional development. When caregivers engage in conversations with infants, they establish bonds and emotional connections. This emotional support contributes to a secure attachment, which is essential for a child's psychological well-being. As infants continue to interact with language, they gradually acquire vocabulary and learn how to communicate their needs and thoughts. Early exposure to language allows infants to develop their receptive and expressive language skills, paving the way for effective communication later in life. Language interactions expose infants to the cultural norms and values of their society. As they listen to different languages and dialects, they become more culturally aware. Additionally, exposure to language broadens their cognitive horizons, enabling them to think critically and understand different perspectives. The infant brain is highly plastic, meaning it can adapt and rewire itself based on experiences. Language interactions provide the necessary neural stimuli that shape the architecture of the brain. The more varied and rich these interactions, the more intricate the neural connections become. Consejos, the wisdom of advice. Consejos, a Spanish word for advice or counsel, encapsulates a universal concept that transcends linguistic and cultural boundaries. Advice is an invaluable aspect of human interaction, serving as a source of guidance, support, and shared wisdom. In a world marked by complexity and uncertainty, the significance of consejos cannot be overstated. First and foremost, consejos offer a bridge between generations. Through advice, older generations pass down their experiences and knowledge to the younger ones, fostering a sense of continuity and preserving cultural traditions. It's a means of ensuring that the mistakes and triumphs of the past are not forgotten but instead inform the choices of the future. Consejos also serve as a tool for personal growth and development. Whether seeking career guidance, relationship advice, or simply navigating the ups and downs of life, advice from those who have been there can be transformative. It provides a perspective that might not have been considered and can help individuals make more informed decisions. Furthermore, consejos contribute to the fabric of community and society. They strengthen social bonds by creating a sense of interconnectedness and shared responsibility. When people offer advice, they are investing in the well-being of others, fostering empathy, and promoting a sense of unity. Consejos, however, are not a one-way street. To benefit from advice, one must be open to receiving it and willing to listen. Effective communication, active listening, and discernment are key to making the most of the wisdom offered by others. The fundamental role of identity. Identity plays a fundamental role in the context of family-centered early education, shaping the development and well-being of young children as they embark on their educational journey. In this setting, identity encompasses a multifaceted concept that includes not only a child's individuality but also their familial, cultural, and social identities. First and foremost, a child's family serves as the cornerstone of their identity in early education. The family unit provides the initial framework for a child's understanding of self, as well as their values, beliefs, and cultural heritage. Family-centered early education recognizes the significance of this connection and actively involves parents and caregivers in the educational process. By doing so, it acknowledges the importance of familial bonds and strives to strengthen them. This involvement fosters a sense of belonging and security for the child, which forms a critical foundation for their identity. Furthermore, cultural and social identities play a pivotal role in shaping a child's sense of self. Family-centered early education promotes inclusivity and diversity, recognizing that every child comes from a unique cultural background. By incorporating diverse perspectives and traditions into the curriculum, it allows children to explore and celebrate their own cultural identity while learning about others. This approach not only enhances a child's self-esteem but also promotes empathy, tolerance, and a deeper understanding of the world around them. The benefits of dual language programs for English language learners, ELLs. Dual language programs, DLPs, have gained prominence in education as a powerful tool for promoting language proficiency and academic success among English language learners, ELLs. These programs, also known as bilingual education, offer instruction in two languages, typically the student's native language and English. The benefits of DLPs for ELs are numerous and impactful, as they provide a well-rounded education while nurturing cultural identity and linguistic development. One of the key advantages of DLPs is the preservation and promotion of a student's native language and culture. ELs often face the challenge of maintaining their heritage language while acquiring English. DLPs allow students to learn and develop academically in both languages, ensuring they don't lose their cultural roots. This preservation of language and culture has far-reaching benefits, including stronger family ties, increased self-esteem, and greater appreciation for diversity. Research shows that bilingualism enhances cognitive skills. ELs and DLPs exhibit improved problem-solving abilities, multitasking skills, and creative thinking. The constant mental exercise of switching between languages fosters cognitive flexibility, which can have lifelong benefits in various aspects of life, including career opportunities and personal growth. DLPs consistently show positive effects on academic achievement. ELs and DLPs often outperform their peers in traditional English-only programs. This is because they have a strong foundation in their native language, which facilitates the transfer of skills to English language learning. The proficiency in both languages opens doors to diverse educational opportunities, setting them up for success in an increasingly globalized world. In DLPs, students learn to interact with individuals from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. This exposure fosters empathy, tolerance, and open-mindedness. ELs in these programs often display higher levels of self-confidence and self-esteem, as they can express themselves effectively in multiple languages. Culturally relevant pedagogy. A teacher who practices culturally relevant pedagogy is not merely an educator but a catalyst for transformation within the classroom. This pedagogical approach acknowledges and respects the diverse cultural backgrounds of students, while actively integrating these cultural elements into the curriculum and teaching methods. Such a teacher recognizes that a one-size-fits-all approach to education is inadequate in today's multicultural and interconnected world. Culturally relevant pedagogy begins with the understanding that students bring their unique cultural experiences and identities into the classroom. A teacher employing this approach creates a safe and inclusive learning environment where every student feels valued and heard. By validating and respecting students' cultural backgrounds, this teacher fosters a sense of belonging and self-worth among their students. Moreover, culturally relevant pedagogy goes beyond superficial recognition. It involves incorporating diverse perspectives, histories, and cultural content into the curriculum. This allows students to see themselves in the materials they study and understand the world from a broader perspective. It also encourages critical thinking and empathy by exposing students to different worldviews and experiences. A culturally relevant teacher adapts their teaching methods to cater to various learning styles and preferences, which can vary significantly across cultures. They employ diverse instructional strategies to engage all students actively. This might include storytelling, collaborative learning, or hands-on activities, ensuring that the classroom experience is accessible and meaningful to all. Parents who avoid schools like the plague. Education is often regarded as the cornerstone of personal and societal development. However, there exists a small but notable subset of parents who actively avoid schools like the plague. Their reasons are multifaceted and complex, reflecting a combination of personal beliefs, experiences, and concerns. One primary reason for parents avoiding schools is a deep-rooted skepticism about the traditional education system. They may harbor doubts about the effectiveness of rote learning and standardized testing, feeling that it stifles creativity and critical thinking. These parents may choose alternative educational approaches such as homeschooling or unschooling to provide their children with a more personalized and holistic learning experience. Another significant factor is safety concerns. Some parents fear for their children's physical and emotional well-being within the school environment. Bullying, violence, and inadequate supervision can be sources of immense worry. For these parents, avoiding schools is a protective measure, as they believe they can provide a safer and more nurturing environment at home. Ideological reasons also play a role. Parents who avoid schools may have strong philosophical or religious convictions that lead them to reject certain aspects of mainstream education. They might prioritize imparting their own values, beliefs, and cultural traditions, which they perceive as incompatible with the school system. Moreover, logistical challenges can also influence this decision. Issues like long commutes, overcrowded classrooms, and limited access to quality schools can discourage parents from engaging with the traditional education system. Overly active parents. A quest for power. Parents play a pivotal role in shaping the lives of their children, providing guidance, love, and support. However, some parents exhibit a tendency towards being overly active and power-hungry in their approach to parenting. While their intentions may stem from a desire to provide the best for their children, this behavior can have significant consequences for both the parents and their offspring. Overly active parents often seek to control every aspect of their child's life, from academics to extracurricular activities, friendships, and even personal choices. They view parenting as a platform for the exercise of power, believing that they know what's best for their children. Such parents may push their children relentlessly, setting high expectations that can lead to stress and anxiety. The pursuit of power in parenting can, ironically, disempower the child, leaving them feeling suffocated and incapable of making decisions for themselves. These parents often exhibit a relentless drive to excel in the competitive parenting world, seeking validation and recognition from peers and society. Their involvement in their child's activities may not always align with the child's interests or desires, potentially causing friction and resentment. Furthermore, overly active parents may inadvertently model an unhealthy obsession with power and control, leading their children to replicate these behaviors in their own lives. This perpetuates a cycle where the children, too, become driven by power and external validation rather than pursuing their passions and genuine interests. The busy teacher-parent roadblock, balancing roles for educational success. In the modern educational landscape, teachers and parents play pivotal roles in shaping a child's academic journey. However, a significant roadblock often emerges when teachers themselves are parents, leading to the challenge of balancing their professional responsibilities with their roles as caregivers. This unique dilemma, the busy teacher-parent roadblock, poses multifaceted challenges that impact not only educators but also the students they teach. One of the primary challenges faced by teacher parents is time management. Juggling lesson planning, grading, and classroom management with parenting duties such as helping with homework, attending school events, and nurturing emotional development can be overwhelming. This scarcity of time often affects the quality of both teaching and parenting, leaving teacher parents feeling stretched thin. Additionally, teacher parents may struggle with finding the right balance between their roles. The educator in them seeks to provide equitable attention and support to all students, while the parent yearns to be equally present for their own children. This internal conflict can lead to feelings of guilt, as teacher parents may feel they are falling short in one aspect or another. Moreover, the busy teacher-parent roadblock can affect teacher parents' ability to connect with parents of their students. They may empathize with the challenges parents face but find it challenging to fully understand and relate to their experiences due to their unique position. To mitigate this roadblock, schools and educational institutions can provide support mechanisms such as flexible work hours, peer mentoring, and counseling services to help teacher parents strike a better work-life balance. Open communication between teacher parents, students, and parents can also foster understanding and collaboration, leading to a more harmonious learning environment. Shifting power dynamics between adults and children in emerging society. In today's rapidly evolving society, the power dynamics between adults and children within families are undergoing significant transformations. Traditionally, adults held the majority of power and authority, guiding and molding the lives of their offspring. However, as society continues to evolve, several key factors are driving a shift in this dynamic, fostering a more equitable relationship between adults and children. One of the foremost drivers of this shift is the emergence of technology and access to information. The digital age has empowered children with unprecedented access to knowledge and the ability to connect with the world beyond their immediate family. This newfound information access equips them with the tools to question, challenge, and engage in meaningful conversations with adults. Parents are increasingly seeking guidance from their tech-savvy children, reversing the traditional roles of mentorship. Moreover, contemporary society emphasizes individualism and self-expression. Children are encouraged to explore their interests, talents, and passions, and parents often play a supporting role rather than a dictatorial one. As a result, children are gaining agency in shaping their own lives, and parents are increasingly recognizing the value of collaboration and negotiation within the family unit. Furthermore, the shift in gender roles has had a profound impact on family dynamics. with more women participating in the workforce and men taking on greater responsibilities at home. The traditional power imbalance based on gender is eroding. This shift is not only empowering women but also modeling more equitable relationships for children, promoting a sense of shared responsibility within the family. Children's coping mechanisms for fear and adult support. Fear is a natural and essential emotion that all human beings experience, including children. While fear can be a healthy response to potential threats, children often lack the emotional maturity and coping skills to navigate their fears effectively. As a result, they develop various strategies to work through their fears. But these strategies are not always supported by adults due to misunderstandings or misconceptions. One common way children attempt to handle their fears is by avoidance. They may avoid situations, places, or people that trigger their fear response. For example, a child who is afraid of dogs might cross the street to avoid passing a house with a barking dog. While this strategy temporarily alleviates their anxiety, it can hinder their social and emotional development in the long run. Adults may misinterpret this avoidance behavior as shyness or stubbornness, failing to recognize it as a fear-driven response. Another coping mechanism children employ is imagination. Through play and storytelling, they create scenarios where they can confront and conquer their fears. For instance, a child scared of the dark may imagine themselves as a brave adventurer conquering monsters in the shadows. While imaginative play can be therapeutic, adults sometimes dismiss it as childish or unproductive, missing the opportunity to engage with the child and help them process their emotions. Furthermore, children often seek reassurance from adults when confronted with their fears. They turn to trusted caregivers or family members for comfort and support. However, adults may inadvertently undermine this process by dismissing the child's fears as irrational or trivial, inadvertently invalidating their emotions.